Have you ever had the experience of never being able to find just the right fashion item or accessory item? You get your catalog, you go through page by page, it's like, oh, that's great, except I don't like acrylics. Or, oh, that's perfect. What colors does it come in? None of my colors. Or, oh, look at that. I love that jacket, but the embroidery pattern is not quite right. Oh, that's the only choice. Oh, look at that one. That looks great. Oh, but I really want a V-neck. Well, that's what our brand new bespoke program is all about. And we're just launching it today. I wanted to show you some of the bespoke items that we created before we even had a bespoke program. This jacket that I'm wearing, this was actually created back in 2015 when I visited Tajikistan. As you can see, it's turquoise and green ikat. That's because those are my favorite colors and it's really hard to find, but that's what I wanted. And it has a nice V-neck because that's what I like. I wanted pupaks, these wonderful little beaded tassels that traditionally are used as instead of buttons in Tajikistan. The embroidery pattern, if you can see, it's a finer thread, it's silk thread, and you can see that the quilting is done by hand. I wanted it lined, so I had this beautiful green lining, and I wanted something big and bold on the back. So that's what it looks like. And this is one of my treasures. You'll never find this anywhere else. So this one is mine, and Munira and I created it together back in 2015. But I wanted to show you a couple of other items that actually were created much the same way. These earrings, these are hand carved by Master Sodiq of Tajikistan. And let's see if I can get you a close-up of the pattern. Master Sodiq mostly carves combs, which are gorgeous, but not everybody wants a comb. And how many combs can you use? But the carving patterns are so beautiful. And this wood, if you look carefully, you can see it's really smooth and shiny. What I did for these was I picked out the traditional patterns from the combs. I actually took pictures of the combs and circled the patterns that I loved and asked him to create these. I gave him the dimensions and some of the shapes and asked him to create these for me. And I have them in both walnut and apricot. This kind of reddish tone is the apricot because that's a color that I love with my coloring. And I ended up using surgical steel ear wires because that was what was easy to ship to Tajikistan for Master Sodiq to work with, but we could also do them with sterling silver ear wires. And then you've probably seen this scarf before. This is our multicolor felted silk poppy scarf from Kyrgyzstan, from Seven Sisters of Kyrgyzstan. This came about because I loved the poppy scarf, and I have two red poppy scarves, the small one and the large one, but I wanted something that I could wear with more colors. So I got on the email with Jano and we worked out and developed this multicolor poppy scarf so that it can be worn with red, with black, with blue, with green, with yellow, and complementary colors to those too. This is the kind of bespoke work that we can do. So I just wanted to show you some of these bespoke before there was bespoke products, so you get a sense of how we can work with you to meet your unique and special sense of beauty. So read the rest of our email to find out more about where the bespoke program comes from and how you can participate. Thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you next time.